Chapter 5, Lesson 2 is about multiplication tables of sevens. So again, there's another table that needs to be added to the list. So they need to know 2, 5, 10, 3, 4, 6. Now they need to do 7. So it's suggested that the kids practice their finger countings of all of these numbers before they do 7. It's also suggested that they start writing them down so that it stays in their brain cells. Now, since the topic is multiplication, our guide would be the number of groups, items per group, and total items. So this will help the kids focus on the specific things so that it's easier for them to multiply at the end. And it would be easier for them when there's word problems, which they will see in the next chapter. So the lesson comes from page 82 and page 83. So the first one is problem number 2. The problem says Janice has 10 trays. She puts 7 muffins on each tray. Question is, how many muffins does she have altogether? So, number of groups, items per group, and total items. So, the kids are not asked to do this. But if you want your kids to succeed, you must teach them how to do this. So, there are 10 trays. 10. And each tray has 7 muffins. So, 7. Okay, the question is, how many muffins are there altogether? So our problem equation will be 10 times 7 equals question mark. Now, the section is about multiplication tables of sevens, but clearly it's easier to do table of 10. So whether they do table of 7 or table of 10, they'll end up with 70. So whatever it is that the kids are most comfortable, that's what we will have them do. Do not force them to count by sevens when it's easier to count by tens. The other problem that we will be looking at is number 4. So just as I said in the last lesson, this to me is counterproductive. But we need to teach the kids, especially if they are being tested on it. So if you're homeschooling, skip. Okay, so problem 4 says, what is 9 times 7? So their goal is to select between the number 5 and the number 10, which this is closest to. So 9 clearly is closest to 10. So we start with 10 times 7. But since 10 is 1 more than 9, we remove a group of 7. Okay, so this is 70 and this is 7, which means when we subtract these two, we should get 63, which is the same answer if they just counted by 7 until 9 fingers. That concludes lesson 2 of chapter 5. See you in the next lesson.